Hi, everybody. Welcome to the 2020 Callahan Conversation Series. I'm Evan Lepler, and it is thrilled to be joined by one of the 10 Callahan finalists from the University of North Carolina, chatting with us from Raleigh, North Carolina, Ann Worth. Ann, welcome. How are you?
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well as could be expected, I guess, in these kind of crazy times.
What has your everyday life become over the past couple of months since the world semi-shut down?
Well, I'm finishing up my first year of medical school, so still have a lot of work to do. So mostly just doing school from home, trying to get outside when I can, still trying to work out, even though it's a little harder without the carrot at the end of the stick. But cooking a lot, doing some crafts, trying to stay busy.
So you have a very unique story. Obviously, you've had a storied career at North Carolina that could continue for another year. We'll talk about that in a minute. But you are in a very unique position to potentially win the Callahan in a very unique year without having played in a sanctioned game this season for North Carolina Pleiades. What is that like?
It's definitely not the way I would have wanted my spring season to go. So an injury and some other conflicts kept me from playing any sanctioned games this spring. I will say I definitely felt like a part of the team this spring. I felt like I played Ultimate this year. I practiced with the team really consistently this spring and for most of the fall. So it definitely feels odd. I was really excited to go to Northwest Challenge and get to kind of play with our full set, but
For those who aren't aware, can you enlighten us with the 30 to 60-second version of your ultimate story, how it began, what other sports you played growing up, and how you have kind of grown into the player you are today?
Okay. So in high school, I ran track and cross country. So mostly longer distance stuff. But when I got to college at UNC, I just wanted to try something different. So I convinced my best friend to come out and try out for UNC Pleiades. I honestly had no idea what I was getting into. And we both just fell in love with it and played frisbee pretty much every day since. Since then I played for Rogue my first summer, and then for Raleigh Phoenix since then. Was selected for the U24 national team, played some with Raleigh Radiance in the PUL. So yeah, it's been kind of a crazy ride.
When would you say the light bulb went off and you were like, okay, I can be pretty darn good at this?
I don't know. That's kind of a tough question. I definitely felt myself improving my first year and was kind of addicted to that feeling of trying something new and that beginner's growth curve, where every practice you can feel yourself getting a little bit better. And I think I really just tried to hold on to that and focus on really specific things that I can feel myself getting better at. And it's really never gotten any less addicting. So here we are.
So I remember about a year ago, I was chatting with your coach, Jessie Jones, prior to college nationals. And she was telling me about a bunch of players on your team, including yourself, and said that you came from this cross-country background and that you were super athletic, but you had no field sense early on. Is that true? And when did the field sense start to come?
Yeah, Jessie makes a lot of fun of me because I definitely was pretty awkward at first. Still am to some extent, but yeah, not a very graceful player. Never had any of that in me, but I don't really know exactly when I started to see the field better. I feel like that honestly has come in the maybe past year or two. I think a lot of people would agree that takes a little longer than just the physical aspect of the game. But yeah, it's definitely been a long road and not a pretty one at times.
Well, you've had a great career that could continue for another year with a USAU decision, and you are in med school. Med school is always kind of scary from what I understand. I don't know personally. what is med school like in the age of a pandemic and a quarantine, and how are you handling that part of your life these days?
Um, it's it's honestly not that different. All of the lecture was already recorded and everything, so I not having like the cadaver dissections is actually the main difference, and not getting to see any patients. But for my year, it's mostly just school, so it's not so different. Next year, next year with frisbee and med school and getting kind of more clinical. So in your second year, you start going out to see patients more and stuff. I honestly don't know how all those pieces are going to fit together, but I'm excited to try.
Fair enough. Back to Ultimate. What does it mean to you to not only be North Carolina Pleiades Callahan nominee, but to be a Callahan finalist and have a great chance to win this prestigious award?
I'm just very honored. On our team, the award I think means a lot just to be nominated within our team. And we have a long conversation each season about what we want our nominee to embody and what type of person we want to like hold up to the country. And I've been involved in those conversations the last few years, and being chosen as our nominee this year is a huge honor, and it means a lot. And I'm excited to be a finalist. We'll see.
Trying to become the second member of Pleiades to win the award. Leela Tennell won it 9 years ago, back in 2011. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about making the WUGC women's national team. A great honor as well, especially for someone still in college. What was your immediate reaction when you got the news that you had made that Team USA?
I was shocked. I couldn't play 100% at the tryout, and I had a great time, and I was really honored to be at the tryouts, but I did not expect to get a roster spot. So that was really exciting, and even though the future of that is a little uncertain, I guess, still an honor and really cool to get to kind of rub shoulders with all the talent on that team, not to mention the coaching staff.
Yeah, the future of everything is pretty uncertain, but we can try to remain optimistic and hopeful, and hopefully these conversations are a part of that. So that'll wrap it up with Ann Worth, Callahan nominee from North Carolina Pleiades, one of the 5 women's finalists in 2020. Ann, thanks so much, and I look forward to seeing you down the road.
Yeah, thank you. This was fun.